And you know what she told Georgie? Tell Florian, thank you for taking me home that night. Are you other women behind my back?
So Darcey, Stacey, and Florian meet up with the therapist Heidi, and they're going to be doing group therapy together. They desperately need it. So Heidi starts with Darcey, and she says to tell me about yourself and how do you feel about being at the resort. So Darcey starts off with,
I'm 7 minutes older, and I feel like I'm almost like the protector.
and the camera shows Stacey, and she's rolling her eyes. And I knew she was going to do that because she's already told everyone that Darcey loves to start conversations with she's older. And she thinks that Darcey is trying to say she's older and she's wiser.
How do you hear that when she says, I'm 7 minutes older?
Like she's, above me.
And Darcey just thinks she's just trying to say that she's the protector because she's the older sibling. So I used to do the same thing. I used to think just because I was a minute older, I was the protector in the relationship between me and my sister. Darcey says that everything they do is similar. They got married at the same time. They got divorced the same time. And that all they have is each other. And Stacey doesn't think this way. Stacey is more of the kind to want her own wedding. And Darcey's she's more into having a twin wedding. Darcey says that they're all they got. And I believe it because Darcey and Stacey don't seem very close to their parents. They seemed very close to their brother, but their brother passed away. And I think when their brother passed away, they grew closer. I really understand where they're both coming from. They're just on two different pages at this point in life. Florian says that Stacey and Darcey both have big hearts and they're both very giving. And I understand why Florian would say that because they both give him everything. When Darcey and Florian go out, I know she's buying him drinks, and Stacey's been providing for Florian this whole marriage. Florian has never had a job, and I know Stacey provides everything for Florian as if that was her son. So of course that's the first thing Florian thinks of. So Stacey says that she doesn't know why they have to be so intertwined and that she just wants to set some boundaries.
But when it comes to our personal relationships, I feel like we're too involved. Calling Florian in the middle of the night. It's happened numerous times. It's not all the time, Stacey.
Stacey says that Darcey's very needy and needs a lot of attention, and that's why she's always reaching out to Florian. Maybe that's her way of still being close to Stacey by being close to Stacey's partner.
I mean, so what is it that you need from Darcey?
For her to respect my relationship, maybe we can have some boundaries. Like, I don't mind her calling Florian. It's just the late at night ones.
So Stacey says that she just wants Darcey to respect her marriage and to not contact him at 3 or 4 a.m. Darcey says that she just likes to go out with Florian, and if they're just both awake really late after the clubs, they hang out in her apartment and they just start opening up to each other. And I'm thinking, okay, where's Georgie? Is Georgie there? So Stacey says that Florian and Darcey speak negatively about Stacey, and she brought up when Darcey says that Florian is better off single.
But you talk about me to him all the time. What are you talking about? Like when she said you're better off single. Supposedly, I guess. I don't remember. If it was, it must have been a really long time ago.
How is that helpful to Stacey's marriage? It is disrespectful. Darcey says that she doesn't remember ever saying that, and she takes zero accountability. I wish she would just say, I'm sorry. If I said that, I apologize. I understand saying that to Stacey, but saying something like that to Florian does not make any sense to me. So Heidi asks Florian, what does he think of Darcey? And Florian says that he sees Darcey as his sister. Stacey says to Florian, do you see Darcey in a sexual way?
You don't see it in like a sexual way.
What are you talking about? That's disgusting.
And Florian and Darcey say no, like I don't know where Stacey is coming from, and Darcey doesn't get it because she says that she would never do something like that to Stacey, and I believe her. I don't think anything has ever gone on between Darcey and Florian. She says that what are they doing hanging out at that time, and Florian has cheated on her in the past, so she's always gonna wonder if he would cheat on her again.
It's a fair question. I think she asked it.
Safe place to say it. Felt safe enough to ask that.
I'm glad Heidi said that. Stacey is asking a valid question. It's just a question. And that is the point of therapy. And Florian's saying, what the F are you talking about? You know, his usual cursing.
What the Talking about what save?
And I wish Heidi or someone will tell Florian to stop cursing. Like, that's not how you're supposed to have conversations. Darcey says that she feels like Stacey just wants her own life and to do things separately, and for Darcey not to be a part of it. And sadly, that is what's supposed to happen with twins, especially twins that are this close. You guys are too close. You're together too much. It's unhealthy.
You're individuals.
Absolutely.
Get some time by yourself. Do some things separately. Go out with friends on different days. You need to create that miss where you miss each other. Otherwise, we can't grow.
They should have each other's backs and support each other and give each other what they need. If Stacey says that she needs space or this and that, she needs Darcey to not contact her husband. Darcey needs to respect that and do that. And then they can have a happy, healthy relationship if they let each other have boundaries and respect each other's boundaries. Stacey just wants her partner to stay with her. You know, she was sick. She wants to just be home now. So she just wants her partner to want to be home with her. And Darcey's calling him, pulling him out of bed to go talk to her, to go party with her, whatever it is. And she just wants her husband to stay with her. And I see where Stacey's coming from. She just has the wrong partner because Florian just wants to party and hang out, and he's younger than her. So they just want two different things. Darcey says that she doesn't have a problem. She just won't call Florian to hang out anymore, and she'll just focus on her own marriage with Georgi.
She wants me out of her life. What am I gonna do? They're gonna miss me though. If she doesn't respect my feelings, we're not gonna get anywhere.
So the couples all leave the resort and they all head to a bar. They're all playing games together, and Georgi texts Darcey to call him. So Darcey calls him and he says, remember the girls that Florian left the bar with the other day? These two blondes. One of them came up to me just now and said to thank Florian for taking me home the other day. And Darcey goes right to Stacey. First, she starts off the conversation with apologizing and saying that no matter what, she'll always have her back. Darcey starts telling Stacey, the other day, Florian left the bar with two blondes, and I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I told myself maybe they're just going off to go smoke a cigarette together, and that's all it is.
One of these girls that was there that night that he walked away with said something to Georgi. She walked right up and said, tell Florian, thank you for taking me home. What?
And she says that that's weird, that she's not surprised by this, that she had a feeling that something was going on with Florian because he's been acting distant with her. Stacey says to Darcey that you've seen him flirting all the time and that she had a gut feeling. She says that how does Florian expect her to be okay with they go to sleep and that he gets up and goes out? That would not be me. I would never be okay with my partner waking up in the middle of the night to go out without me.
Not on my watch.
Not happening. She says she's not a fool and she will leave. And I'm like, yes, girl, yes. You could do so much better. He is beneath you. He's been treated like a child. He's been babied long enough. You need a real person that's on your level. Stacey pulls him to the side and says that she just wants some alone time with him. I knew that Florian could tell that Stacey is amped up. She definitely sounds like she's upset right now. She says that Florian is not smiling and that he doesn't look happy anymore, and that when she's talking about their past and their wedding, and she expects him to seem happy, but he knows something's up.
I'm happy.
You're not happy with
happy. What the you talking about?
No, I'm just...
What the is wrong with her?
He's cursing. What the F are you talking about? You know, because he doesn't know how to communicate. And when people don't know how to communicate, they're just going to be cursing the whole time. Childish behavior. Stacey asks Florian, is everything okay? You seem off. And is there something you have to tell me? And he's like, no. So Stacey tells Florian that Darcey told her about the girls from the other night, about the two blondes.
One of them saw Georgi tonight. And you know what she told Georgi? Tell Florian, thank you for taking me home that night.
Florian starts stuttering around and he's caught.
One girl have like live in our building. Just falling down like this, like drunk kid. Asked for her the key left lower. What the f are you talking about?
The girl lives in their building. That is so suspicious, okay? What a perfect way to cheat and get away with it when the girl lives in your building. Of course, Stacey's upset and she doesn't trust him, so she's not gonna trust him in this kind of situation. The first thing I thought of when I saw this is, why didn't Florian tell Stacey? Why didn't he tell her that he took a girl home? If it was so innocent, why wouldn't he tell her that he did that? Because that's not just something that usually happens. You know, that's something to mention. So he looks suspicious because now it looks like he was just hiding something like that. How could Stacey trust him when he's already cheated on her before? He lies to her and he comes home with makeup on his clothes or leaves in the middle of the night. So of course Stacey's pissed and he just told on himself.
I believe you, sister. Are you husband? Like I have full time you back.
I don't need this anymore.
Go to Darcey and feed you, Darcey.
Yeah.
Sit. Stace. Stace.
So she walks away from him, and I don't know what's going to happen here because she sounds done, and I hope she is. I really, really hope she is. Just take accountability. I should have told you. I'm sorry. I wish he would just say something like that, and maybe Stacey would have forgiven him or believed him, but he's not. He just starts blaming Darcey, of course. He needs to grow up. Time is up. Get a job. Move on. Be single. You seem like you're already single. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Do you think Stacey's gonna stay with Florian? I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with all of them. And let me know what you thought of this episode. I thought it was a really good one. I love seeing Darcey and Stacey. They're just so fun. But thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.